Is Xabi Alonso going to Real Madrid next season? Still up in the air, but in FM, he's already there. Yes, this is Alonso's Madrid. It is talking about Xabi Alonso moving to Real Madrid, which technically has not happened yet, at least at the time of recording. But we're going to take a look at what I am looking at, a Christmas tree formation pretty much, but in Madrid with Xabi Alonso, and we're going to see how it works. Now, this is a Joshua Daly tactic. Now, I know a lot of people either love him or hate him. So we're still looking at him because I love the idea of Xabi Alonso. Well, I don't like the idea of Xabi Alonso in Real Madrid, but I like the idea of taking a look at what he might do and what he might look like, at least the formation and all. Now, the thing is, there's a video. Always take a look at the videos whenever there's a video. It always goes into how he does it, why he did it, and things like that. So a little bit more in depth than I'm going to do here with our different teams. But it was tested with Real Madrid on holiday, got a 95% win rate. However, in the title, it says Alonso's new Real Madrid FM24 tactics achieve a 98% win rate. So I'm not sure how that got a little confused, but we're going to check it out in our own holiday save with Liverpool and Aston Villa in the Premier League and our championship side of Ipswich Town. So with all that said, let's just dive in and see what happened. Well, taking a look at the Premier League, Liverpool in 84 points, 63 goals. It didn't work all that well. I mean, that's definitely a down goal tally than what we're used to. Aston Villa was 74 goals, 73 points. I think we're more on average. This was not the greatest of season either for the Premier League. So, I mean, 84 points to 88, you could do it. But taking a look at Liverpool's domestic cup run, they pass Ipswich Town in the Carabao Cup fourth round, a handy margin 5-2. They get to the Carabao Cup final against Aston Villa, beating them 2-0. They do, however, get to the FA Cup fifth round and lose up to Bournemouth, interestingly enough, 0-2. And they can't get past Borussia Dortmund in the Europa League quarterfinals, losing out away from home, drawing at home. That was not good. So Premier League, Europa League, FA Cup, whatever. But they do get a trophy in the Carabao Cup. That's something. Squad-wise, yeah, we have definitely seen better green there. But goals, 20 for Salah, Gakpo with 15, and 13 for McAllister. Wow. 12 assists for Trent, Andrew Robertson with 11, 10 for Szoboszlai, and then average rating, Connor Bradley getting up there at the tops. But Szoboszlai with only 26 starts gets a 7.25. But switching it over to Aston Villa, we already saw that they lost in the Carabao Cup final 0-2, and they get to the FA Cup fifth round as well against Brentford and lose 1-2. Conference League, though, they lose both legs against Slavia Prague in the round of 16. That one hurts. So all in all, yeah, you got Champions League next season, but not by the greatest of margins, not like we've seen before. You do get runners-up against a Liverpool team using the exact same tactics, so that's pretty nice. Everything else, I mean, it's just not the greatest of seasons. Squad-wise, I mean, they've got some green. Buendia really had a bad time, didn't he? But overall, goals, 24 for Ollie Watkins, 16 for Diaby, 15 for Ramsey and Luis, 15 assists for Matty Cash, Digne with 12, and McGinn with 10. And then average rating, Digne gets a 7.22. Data hub for Liverpool. Yeah, the attacking side just was not there at all. They've got some interesting defensive numbers, not too bad at all, covering mostly everything except opposition passes per defensive action. But goals per game, 1.66 is really low. 0.89 conceded, 0.95 XG against. It's about average, maybe a little upwards of average, maybe a little higher than average. Aston Villa, yeah, they've got some goals better than Liverpool did, but unfortunately the attacking side wasn't there. Defensively, shutouts, and the possession one is all they really have. But 1.95 goals per game, interesting. A flat one conceded is better than usual. 1.33 XG against is not. Premier League stats, 2.21 points per game for Liverpool in third, Aston Villa in fourth with 1.92. Most goals, though, Aston Villa topping the list, well, not list, but topping Liverpool at least, third place with 74, Liverpool with 63. Fewest shots against, Liverpool with 267, Villa with 385. Most possession, 58% for Liverpool, 55 for Aston Villa. Most dribbles made, Liverpool in fourth with 698, Villa in sixth with 682. Best pass completion, 90% for both. And then most shots for Liverpool with 469, which is really low, 464 for Aston Villa. But now, interesting times in the Premier League often lead to really good times in the Championship. Let's see what happened to Ipswich Town. Well, yeah, interesting indeed. 101 points, 111 goals, not bad at all. Just a point shy of Norwich. I think you could definitely pick that up in your own saves. Again, this is just a holiday sim. If you took control of everything like transfers and training and things, you could definitely do a much better job. But still, second place, no playoffs. It's pretty good. Domestic cups for Ipswich. We already saw Carabao Cup fourth round out against Liverpool, and then they get to the FA Cup fourth round in a replay against Port Vale and lose in penalties. So yeah, it's pretty good that they got through to the Premier League next season through the Championship, not having to deal with the playoffs, everything else, whatever. I mean, they've got some green more than usual, which is nice to see. But goals 23 for Chaplin, 14 for Broadhead, 7 for Hurst. He's back to his non-starting ways. 20 assists for Leif Davis, 15 for Wes Burns, 11 for Broadhead, and then average rating, wow, Chris Walton gets up there. But Wes Burns, with only 23 starts, 7.45. Championship stats, 2.2 flat points per game. Most goals in first, though, with 111, 108 for Norwich. Fewer shots against in second with 389. Most possession in fourth with 56%. Most dribbles made in fourth with 822. Best pass completion with 90%. And most shots for in fourth with 631. But now let's take a look at the tactic itself. We started with a sweeper keeper in support, wide center backs on the left and the right in defend, with a central defender in cover in the middle. A wingback on both sides in automatic, a deep-lying playmaker in support next to a ball-winning midfielder in defend, shadow striker in attack next to an attacking midfielder in attack, and then an advanced forward in attack up front. Positive mentality, in possession attacking with is fairly narrow, approach play is pass into space, focus play down the left and the right, play out of defense, passing directness is shorter, tempo is slightly higher, mix crosses and run at defense. In transition, counter press, distribute to the center backs and roll it out. And out of possession, a high press line of engagement, a higher defensive line, trigger press much more often, prevent short goalkeeper distribution, step up more, and trap outside. So overall, how did it do for our three teams? Well, Ipswich Town definitely faring the better of the three. They did a great job in the Championship. It has that attack. It has the positive mentality, and the attacking three up front, but it doesn't seem to be very attacking, especially when you get to the Premier League and you see how the teams worked. Liverpool and Aston Villa only on about average points. Below average goals for Liverpool there, but Aston Villa with 74 is about average for them. So I definitely think you need to pick it up a little bit. Maybe this was made specifically for a Real Madrid team that had, the players on it, or at least some of the rumored players to be on it. I don't know. It unfortunately doesn't show the players on the screenshots, but that's what I always generally look at first is, was it made for a specific team versus a broad range of teams? Liverpool, the advanced forward, shadow striker, and attacking midfielder, they have the players, but they like to kind of come up on the sides and kind of wing it in. But you don't really have that here. So, take a look, see if it fits your team, see if you can fit your players into the shape and the tactic itself, and you might have a 98% win rate tactic there, according to Josh Daly. But let us know if you tried it and how it worked for you in the comments below. But here, it was a mixed bag. But that's it for me, Stefan FM, for the Football Manager blog channel, saying thank you as always for watching. Take care and enjoy.